Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 7 of Mystical Block, a mod pack by MonicoIsCool. Well, in the last episode, used a gadget tool and put down a second floor right here. And I moved the lava production that was in the middle of this place, and I've made it so that my cobblestone automatically export to here, and that my lava automatically imports because one of the things I did in the time-lapse was to make some fluid drives. I thought the fluid drives were limited to one liquid per, but apparently they're not. So I made a second one, but I didn't need to because as you can see, I have two different liquid, but only one is filling. And oh my God, I have so much space. It's amazing because look at this. I've got 165 buckets of lava and 75 buckets of fluid XP. And this is doing really well because as you can see, I've also switched this here to just upload directly the XP. So look at this, a bit more space. And ooh, we're burning through our power. Is this... So I need a little bit of uranite. Like I cannot let my power falter. I need power today because today's going to be a bit of an all over the place episode. Well, first off, apparently there's a comment from, just let me find my list. There's a comment from KingofBcG where apparently this is not being used. It's apparently just one bucket and that's it. So I can technically disconnect this, and if I'd used a bucket to put in, apparently this water will never burn away or disappear. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that later because if it's the case, it's kind of a bit OP because I don't need this water accumulator, and whenever I move or make a better power reactor, will just be good. So quickly first, I just want to take a quick look at Reactor. Okay, I never created the recipe for the other level of reactor, so let's just go. So reactor harden is this recipe, then reactor blazing, that one, and then reactor niotic, and finally reactor spirited. So now these are called capacitor. Let me search for capacitor. I've got the harden, I've got the blazing, but I don't have the niotic or spirited. So capacitor. Let's do the recipe for the niotic and for the spirited, because what I want to see is, I just want to take a quick look to see, can I get the niotic, the spirited reactor today? I don't need, like, I'm going to need to craft all of the reactor for the quest line, but what I really want to do is use this one. So I would need 36 block of this, and I would be, oh, I need to find a solution to this. This is really annoying. Disconnect everything, reconnect everything. Oh, magic, everything's there now. Don't know why it's doing that. It's very bizarre and very annoying. So let's just come back here and do that. We're missing 92 spirited crystal. Let me just go down here and do a quick check. What's this going on here? I have one line of spirited. How much do I need for 92 crystal? 92, I think it's 9 each. I think I'm missing, I guess 9 stacks? No, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to maybe add that recipe to check. Well, let's just do this little job, running around job, and let's turn on the backpack because yeah, that's much better. Let's just do this for like a minute and see what it's going to get us while I talk about this episode. So in today's episode, what I'd like to do is basically create a couple of power pots so that we start having a stable production of essence. And I'm probably going to move one of each seed to a power pot because these don't seem to be growing all that much. And I did a little bit of research. There's a cyclic sprinkler, doesn't seem to be working. There's also a growth pulsar. In my test world, I didn't see much of an impact. Well, one thing I know I need to do first, though, that I completely forget, is I need to chunk load these things. So let's just go here, claim chunk, and just claim all of these. And then shift click to chunk load them. So technically, hopefully, these should now be growing a bit better, because I think them being not chunk loaded or whatever was not making them load all that good. Let's just grab all of this. We'll throw it all into the system, and then we'll go see what's the status on our ability to craft the spirited. Because it takes 9 spirited essence to make 1 spirited crystal, I have the feeling that I'm not going to be ready, but later on I might be okay. So let's just come back over here and say reactor, and this, what if I say 36? No, still missing, 38. I'm not missing all that much. Honestly, it might even be worth continuing. Can I do this one? Missing 5. Wow. Okay, so you know what? We're so close. I think I'm going to do it, because I really, with the power pot, we're going to be using so much power that we kind of need it. Sorry, there was some weird notification in the middle of my screen from Xbox. Don't know why, and I wish I could figure out a way of muting those, but sorry about that sound. That was the Xbox notification. Let's just continue. Like I said, maybe another minute of running around. Like so. Is that going to be enough? Like another 30 seconds, 28, 24, 20, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. By the way, thanks to a comment from, where's Camma Sweet? Look, I'm running and I'm going to hit caps lock. And caps lock makes you auto walk. So that's the stupid key that I kept on hitting. So I'm going to immediately come here and do control and search for caps lock, the key. And I'm going to remove that. Thank you, Camma Sweet. I appreciate that so much. So the episode will now be a little bit less derpy, because I shouldn't be like falling to my death all the time anymore. Hopefully. Well, let's be honest. Probably still going to be very, very derpy, but maybe a bit less dangerous for my health. So let's just put all of this in here. And you know what? That can go in the backpack. Grab all of this. The multi-stack is so useful, but it would probably be better if there was a way of automatically emptying my backpack to the inventory. That would be amazing. But for now, this should be good enough. So let's go upstairs. Let's see if we can make the highest tier of reactor. So I want 36 of these. Please tell me you can. Oh, amazing. Just craft that, and we're going to, it's like one of the things I wanted to do was to put the reactor downstairs. I'm going to borrow you for 1 second. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to dupe you. Perfect. And I'm going to go put you back there, because I'm not going to stop this reactor immediately. I don't know how much power I'm going to need, but now we're going to go downstairs and put that reactor down. And we're going to try that 1 bucket thing. So I'm going to need that. I'm going to need a exporter, because I'm going to connect all of this, and I'm going to need a couple of cables. So let's go downstairs, and I want to put this reactor out of the way. So I'll just put it back here. And then I'm going to automate the feeding of this. Hello. And voila. So I'm going to put, for the input of stuff, you can just connect it anywhere. These are for the output. So these are basically for the flux plug. So I'm going to put that flux plug, select the network, and I'm going to call this Powah Reactor 2. Change all of these things to be maxed out. And then we're going to go to my system, and I'm going to say, give me a charcoal. No, it's not charcoal that we want. It's coal. So give me a redstone, give me a coal, and yeah, coal I'm going to need to just craft some so that we have some for a little while from now. So do all of this, keep one, and put this. Then I need uraninite right here. Those are the 3 things that are required, and a bucket of water. I got the bucket, but I forgot to take the water. So let me just take 1 second, run back upstairs, get a bucket of water, and let's go back down, and let's put that in there. So bucket of water, and then I'm going to grab a stack upgrade and 2 speed upgrade, and I'm going to go stack upgrade, speed upgrade, redstone, coal, uraninite, and boom, it's already filled. So this is now that it's filled, I'm going to take out the stack upgrade because basically we just want to insert as we need. So now we have redstone, we've got carbon, we've got uraninite, and we're making 43, between 43 and 47 KFE per tick. So yeah, that's going to improve our system a lot. And yeah, the water seems to just, 1 bucket is good. What would make the consumption of uraninite lower would be to get like a coolant, ice or dry ice or something like that. But that's something I'm going to do probably in the next episode. There's just, well, maybe by the end of this one, but right now I just want to concentrate on the other stuff that needs to get done. So let's come over here, and can I order a power pot? Power pot. No, okay, so I didn't set up the recipe, so let's do that today. Power pot. For the power pot, this is the recipe, and it needs compressed iron and compressed redstone. So let's make the recipe for compressed redstone. And then let's make the recipe for compressed iron, because we do have iron blocks and we do have redstone block. Oh, we already have the compressed redstone one. So I don't need you. So let's remove this pattern and let's put that back here. So what else do we need for the power pot? For the power pot, we're going to need hopper botany pot. So let's make that recipe. Then we're going to need a recipe for the terracotta. So we're going to have to smelt clay. What's the recipe for clay though? Let's just check. Okay, so clay needs to be crafted with clay balls. And clay balls, I think we already have the recipe. So let me just search clay. If I take these out, I say go. Yeah, so we already have that recipe. That's not a problem. So let's go back to power pot. Power pot, we also need to make the flower pot. And we also need to cook the brick. So this is brick cooking. This is clay cooking. What else do we need? We need the hopper. I don't think that I have. Let me just search. Did I make the hopper one? Oh yes, I already have the hopper recipe, so I don't need that one. So let's just put these in here. And we're going to put the 2 that needs cooking in here. Darn Halloween. So craft that, make 1, start, grab it, and we're going to do the good sensible thing of just duping it because it's so much work. I don't have the automated essence yet. So that, you know, let's do all of it. So 27, that should be good to get started. I also need some quad drawer. Perfect. I'm going to need some item pipes, and I'm not going to need upgrades, but I'm going to need this. I'm going to need power cables though. So this is a flux point, which I should also dupe. Do I have enough energy to make a couple? Oh, yes, perfect. So I'm going to need 1 power point. Let's put that in here, and let's put that here and move that. We're going to need some blocks just to set up a little bit of land and that. You're annoying the heck out of me. So let's just, I think it only happens at night. So what I need to try and remember is to sleep every night. Perfect, I meant to say. Okay, so let's go, and we're going to set up a couple of power pots. Do I need anything else? I don't know. We'll see. So my idea is, yeah, the power cable. Sorry, 1 second. And power cables, I need some better power cables. So let's just go to auto crafting here and say power cable. No, that's not how they're called at Powah. I don't remember the name of the power cables, but these blazing, these niotic, see, these blazing do 18 kFE per tick. I think that's a good enough start. So I'll go with those to begin. Probably will upgrade to better later, but for now, just like they're called energy cables. So energy cable, give me 2 sets of those. They're made 12 at a time. So by ordering 20, I'm going to get 24 and voila, perfect. So let's go back here, and this is where I'm going to set my power pots for now. So this, and I'm going to start going like this. Why the quad drawers? So when you put a seed in a power pot, it will produce 3 possible different things, okay? It will produce either, words, it will produce either essence, or more seeds, or the pink magical fertilizer something, okay? So what you want to do is, in case it's not emptying the drawers fast enough, you want there to have space to put something else. So then I'm going to just go down here, and I'm going to put a item pipe like this. Let me just finish that setup. So we're going to put item pipes, and we're all going to put them on auto extract because I want to send them to my official system. Because if they don't go in my official system, I'm not really going to be extracting, like I'm not going to be managing the resource. Let's just do this before we even start producing anything. Then we're going to need to connect power. Okay. So we're going to take these cable and a flux point, and we're going to start connecting these. So let's just go. And what I'm going to do is go all the way back. I'll close on my to the edge. Still 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then I'm going to put this power flux point right here. We're going to connect it to the network. We're going to call this the power pot 1, okay, because that's the first point where there is a power pot. Perfect. So all of this should be fed. Yeah, they're all fed. Now we need to put seeds into them. So let's just come back here, get rid of some of these things that I don't need right now. And oh yes, I still need the cables. Grab the cables again. Still not connected. So let's go underground to, well, underground, I mean on the second level to connect those. Can I reach from here? Oh, come on. Almost. So I'm going to need to put some blocks to be able to reach. This should be far enough. Yeah, so let's do this. And now let's remove that block. If you remember, those blocks were only there to be able to use the copy-paste gadget to copy-paste things. Let's do this and this. Perfect. So now all of this is connected. Now we can start using it. Well, since we can start using it, I think it's time for another comment. Little comment from Sir Oinker, who's saying that these 4 supremium farmland annoys him because there's only 4. And I'll be honest, if I had really remembered them, they would annoy me too. But I did it as a test, and I don't have enough supremium to change this whole thing, and not even sure I want to change it. But I have a way of getting them back, and they're all in line with improving my tools. So like I said, one of the things I wanted to do today is improve my tools. Okay, so we're going to come back here, and we're going to put Silk Touch on our Matic. So Silk Touch is made with silky cloth, and you need 5 silky cloth. And silky cloth is done with rose gold. And I think that rose gold is something that we had made by mistake. Yeah, look at how much we have. So we're going to grab some rose gold that we're going to put like this. And we're going to grab some strings, which we have right here. And we should be able to go and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's good. Now we're going to come back here, put the Matic in here, and put 5 silky cloth around to give Silk Touch to our Matic, which means that now if we come back here, we're first going to grab these, and I don't want to take a risk that I'm going to lose. So I'm going to turn these on, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. But we now have... Are you kidding me? I got scammed. Where are the other 4? I should have grabbed all 4 of them. That's why. Well, I guess 1 is better than none, and I guess I should feel lucky that we did keep 1. But that's bullcrap. Not super happy about that. Okay, so let's go right here. Let's grab some dirt. And let's grab some essence. Nope, I have the essence in here. Yeah, so let's grab these. And we're going to craft a couple more. But, I'm honestly really unhappy about that. So let's just do that for now. Let's grab a diamond O because this one's about to die and I don't want to have to craft another one again. And let's just continue as if nothing happened. But I really honestly feel like I've been gimped. Like this really doesn't seem fair. So I'm going to grab, what are those? Those are just standard one, right? Inferium, perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4. And we're just going to go back here and we're going to do the same thing. Let's grab some dirt. We're going to put a dirt right here and these right here. So we're going to make these 4. Ah, come on. I shift click. We're going to put these here. And these are going to be a waste that I'm going to regret forever. Let's grab these tier 3. Because I want to make a couple of tier 3 also. Because the way the seed work in the power pot, they're basically based on, they need the level. So if you have a seed that's a tier 2, it needs to be on a minimum a tier 2 farmland. So with tier 3 is going to cover most seed. So I'm going to do tier 3 or tier 5. I'd like to have some tier 6, but my production is not yet at the point where I can really do this. So let's just do Inferium right here. And we're just going to see how much do I really have. Okay, let's do this. And this. Wow, I can't even get more. Okay, so let me just reconvert those into basic essence. Let's grab this and this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the basic conversion. Like this. And this is going to go to tier 3. This is going to go to tier 2. And how many reds I'm going to get? 6 more. Nope, give me my crystal. There are some things that I just want to keep on me for ease. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to come back here and say dirt. So the reason why this is important, by the way, I'm going to show you in a moment, is that the, what are they called? The netherite essence, which provide me my EMC, needs to be on Supremium farmland. They need to be, it's a tier 5 seed, I believe. Oh, did I? Oh, it got picked up. So netherite is right here, I believe. See, it's a tier 5 seed. So that one will definitely need to go in that farmland. So first, what I want, the reason I want these power pot is that right now this is really not producing on demand. It's really just not growing as much as I would want to. And these right now are consuming coal, redstone, and uraninite. So first thing first, I want to come here and grab some uraninite seed. I think 4 will be enough. So we're going to come back here and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to set those on uraninite. Okay. So these are now producing every 30 something second, 16 uraninite. Okay. 16 uraninite is, I believe, 2. If I go to uraninite like this. I just want to check the essence. Yeah, so every 16 is going to give me 4 uraninite. So by having these 4 pot, my reactor will never, ever, ever, ever run out of uraninite. And see, we got 16, another 16, another 16. They get extracted and they get sent to my storage, my real storage system. So uraninite is taken care of. Then I want some redstone because it needs redstone. So I'm going to go redstone, redstone. Okay. I'm also going to want iron because iron is used in everything. So I really need to start boosting my iron production a little bit. So 2 iron. And like I said, we need coal. So I also want some coal seed because we're constantly going to be in need of coal. I also want some gold because gold is very useful in mulch crafting. So now we're going to go from the other end and we're going to set up those. So tier 3, iron, iron, tier 3, redstone, redstone, tier 3, coal, coal. So now everything that I need for, oh, these are tier 4. So because these are tier 4, they're going to need to go on at least that level of essence. So I'm going to go right here and put the gold. So now I'm never going to run out of material for my this here, for my reactor. Although I'm going to have to do one quick thing. So if I come back here and I say coal, just need to check. Did I make a recipe for coal? Yeah, I did make a recipe for coal. Now I need a crafting upgrade. Crafting. Applied energistic. Magnet card. Oh, it's a crafting card? No, that's applied energistic. Crafter. At refined storage. What is the card that let us craft? Crafting upgrade. So I need one of these. So let me do that. Crafting upgrade. Right here. So I'm going to need one of these. And then I'm going to need 2 of these. 1, 2. Then I can craft this. So I'm going to make this. And now if I go down here, basically, at some point I'm going to run out of coal because I just pre-crafted like 500. But if I put a crafting upgrade in here for the coal, when it runs out, it's just going to craft some more coal and insert it. So this is really, right now, our power should never ever run out because this is producing it faster than we're consuming it. And we're auto crafting it or on-demand crafting it. So that should resolve all of my problem. Now I have 5 supremium farmland left. So I'm going to grab 5 of these netherite seed. And I'm just going to come over here. And I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be my EMC production. This is something I find weird. Look, this is like 30, 40 seconds. This is like a minute and a half. This is like 30 or 40 seconds. And I don't know, like, I can't say that the time is making it faster because this is a higher tier seed than the gold, but it's producing faster on the same farmland. So I really don't understand that one. I have space for 3 more. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. And I'll just for one moment ponder what essence I want more of. You know what? I'm going to need a lot more fire essence over time. So let's grab a fire seed. We're going to need a lot more stone because we don't want to run out. So I'm going to grab a stone seed. And what else do we want? So fire, water. Let me just search for clay. Clay is made how? Clay is made with water and dirt. So now it's a choice between the two. I'm going to go with the water one for now. It's in my time lapse. I am going to be adding more power pot. So it's not like it's the end of the world, but I want to get to something else for now. So let's just do this, this, and this, and we're going to call it quit for now. Put all of this in here. And of course, the stupid ghost is out again. So let's just go sleep. Great. And by the way, that reactor that we just passed is probably dead by now. And the reason I say it's probably dead by now, Yeah, so it ran out of uraninite and whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that PowerPoint, put it on here so that it can start sucking that battery dry. And this, I'm just going to, in my cleanup, remove it and get rid of that reactor. Okay, so what else do I want to do right now? So right now, I want to get some better tools. And better tools means some alloys. So what we're going to do is we're going to start getting some alloys. So alloys, you know what? We're going to do it differently. We're going to go by the quest. So if we come back to the seed quest right here, these are tier 3, these are tier 2, these are tier 1. So we're missing the ice one, and we're going to get to that later. Because to make the ice seed, we need ice, okay? So ice seed means we need 4 ice, and to get ice, there's multiple ways, but not easy, way too far in the future. And there's the solidification chamber with snow block. The blast chiller requires ice to start with. So this is really the only direction. And the snow block we get from snowballs or from pure daisies. And pure daisies is 4 mystical white petals. And I don't think we're going to get lucky enough to get a mystical white flower on one. So if I go here and I say growth, Botania oh, it's right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the lottery. This is going to decide what we do. If I click it on the ground and we get a white flower, then we're going to go and make the ice. If it doesn't, then we're going to stop right. We're just going to do this later. So this one, this one, this one. So we only got 3. Oh, we did get 4, but none of them are white. So we're going to do that in a time lapse. So just to let you know, in my time lapse, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making a lot more of these bone. I don't remember the name. At Botania, what's the name? Floral fertilizer. Perfect. So I'm going to make a lot more floral fertilizer, and I'm going to try and get all 16 flowers. Especially, okay, so now I want to show you something else. If I come here on the flowers themselves, I can get those flowers with mystical flower essence. But for the mystical flower essence, I need the mystical flower seed, and the mystical flower seed is made with mystical flower agglomeration, which needs a cyan, a pink, a red, and an orange. So the moment I have 4 cyan, 4 pink, 4 orange, 4 red, I'm good. So I'm going to go in a time lapse later, and I'm going to get these so that those flowers are out of the way and that I get the essence. I'm going to need 4 of each of those. And since I'm doing it at the time lapse, I'm going to make sure I get 4 of each of those, white or no white, because worst case scenario, I'll make the white after, because once you have that, see, I'm going to get 6 white for 3 essence. But that's going to have to wait later. So we're not finishing tier 1 seed. Tier 2 seed wants us to make sulfur. How do we get sulfur to begin with? It's made from sulfur dust, which we could get from mechanism, or is there... I'm not going to waste time on this. We'll get back to that later. Saltpeter, same thing. Mystical flower, I'm going to do in my time lapse. Apatite, don't care right now. Coral seed, we'll never really need. I don't know if we're going to even be able to make them. I don't know how to get coral. Maybe in world exploration. And then honey, same thing, world exploration. So now let's go to tier 3 seeds. Tier 3 seeds, we get to prismarine. You know what? We can make those. So if I go to prismarine, I've got 48 and 6. And if I look at the recipe for the prismarine seed, are they called? Yeah, prismarine seed. For the prismarine seed, we need prismarine agglomeration. Okay, so we do it like this. So I can do 1, 2, 3. I'm missing 1. Okay, to make the next one, the last one that I'm missing, I need 2 more prismarine crystal. I can do it with the essence, which is not going to happen. Or I can do it in a solidification chamber with 2 prismarine block, a glowstone dust, and some biomass. So I'm going to stop that now. I'm not going to go further than that. I'm just going to throw those there for now. But that's something that we're going to get to in another episode or 2. Zombie seed. So all of the creeper, all of the mob seed, I'm going to have to invest in a new seed crafting method. And that's going to be in a 2 or 3 episode. Then we have bronze and brass. So let's search those. So bronze. How do we make bronze? I'm going to make bronze. I want to make the bronze seed. Oh, there's two types of bronze. How do I get the Tinker bronze one? With the Tinker bronze ingot, and how do I get the Tinker bronze? From molten Tinker bronze, which I'm getting from alloying glass and copper. So 3 copper to 1 glass. Glass, 1, 2. And do I have copper in here? Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I also have copper in the machine though. Do I have copper in here? No, I have iron. So if I go copper and glass, this should alloy into our Tinker bronze, and hopefully we should have 4 ingots, which should make everything good. But what's the seed it wants here? Oh, so it wants me to make both. Okay, so I'm going to need both anyway. So bronze is giving us 6 ingots, so we can start casting those, and we're going to get those. But now I need the other type of bronze. How do I get the other type of bronze? So let's go here, bronze. So for the other bronze seed, which I don't really understand why we would be making both, but whatever, we need the actual bronze ingot. Oh, we need the actual bronze ingot from thermal series. And how is that one made? There does seem, wait. How do I get this right here? This molten bronze. It's made with tin and copper. Okay. So we're going to get 2 tin and more copper. So 10. Oh, not rin. 10. We're going to go 1, 2. And then we're going to grab some copper again. And we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that should be able to make the second bronze. So let's just finish those. Can I start melting? I'm going to start melting the tin. I don't think that's going to alloy with anything. It's not going to touch the bronze. It's not going to touch anything else. So let's just do that. Perfect. So the tin is melted. No. And then put the copper. And that should give us the different one. What's the next one that we need? We need brass. I think brass is a create thing, and you can only make it with create. And oh, we can make it with an alloy kiln or arc furnace. Oh wait, there's many ways of making this. Can it be made from an alloy? Zinc and copper. Really? I need 2 zinc and 2 copper. That's it. Okay. Copper. 1, 2. And then we need zinc. 1, 2. I'm kind of surprised. I really didn't want to go more into create. I really don't have the patience or the will to do create in this episode. I've done create 2 recently, and it's too many steps. It's a really nice mod pack. It's really fun, but it's not one that I want everywhere or use all the time. Wow, we got everything that we wanted. Let's just continue getting those. And Tinker bronze. This one made a lot though. So I need to get 2 more out. Okay, 1 more out. Then we can switch to brass. Okay, brass and more brass. Perfect. Actual alloy. Okay. We need graphite. So what's graphite seed? I'm not sure. Maybe that's something we can do easy. Oh, wait. There's no crafting recipe for graphite seed. How am I going to get the graphite seed if there's no recipe? I'm going to have to raise that up on the Discord. Slime steel. Slime steel needs slime steel ingot, but slime steel ingot is made with molten seared stone, molten iron, and sky slime. So until I find sky slime, there's no way I can get that done. Pig iron. Pig iron seeds means pig iron ingot. And pig iron ingot, pig iron alloy is made from clay, iron, and blood. Okay? Which is going to bring me to another comment. So Molten clay, I'm going to need 2. Iron, I already have a lot of iron. So let's grab the clay first. Clay. So I'm going to need 2. 1, 2. And I'm going to put that in here. We're going to finish getting the brass out. So basically, there's another comment from Sir Oinkers. Oh my God, that name is so hard for me to pronounce. Basically, if you guys remember, I made slime ball, but there's such a thing as congealed blood. This right here, coagulated blood, sorry. And coagulated blood is basically just casting blood in a smeltery. But as you can see, it can be used for a lot of the same things that the slime balls are required. I think it can also be used for, yeah, see, can also be used for the processor binding. The reason I didn't, like, one, I didn't remember we could do it with normal human blood. And 2, it's not EMC-able. So slime balls were preferable just for the EMC-able state. So I can't, right now, if I jump in the smeltery, I don't know how I'm going to get out. So let's just try it. Oh, I can get out like this. Can't believe that worked. And we've got our molten pig iron. I'm going to get that cobblestone out though. But see, so now we're going to get that molten pig iron to make the seed. And we're going to be good. So thank you very much, Sir Oinker, for that tip. That's amazing. Mana steel, we need to get into Botania. Skystone seed, I can already make. I have skystone. Let me just check. We did find some skystone. Yeah. I'm just going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 of those skystone to make the seed. That's the one, right? Yeah. So I can already make this. God, I love these little ingots. They look so funny. Skystone seed. So all of these seeds, by the way, I'm going to make in my time lapse. So now let's go to tier 4. Elementium, refined glowstone later, lumium, signalum, sapphire, ruby, all later. Fluorite later. Constantin. So Constantin is also an alloy that we can make. So Constantin can be made in this smeltery with nickel and copper. So I need 2 nickel, 1, 2, and 2 copper. And the reason I'm doing all of these is that we're not going to make the better, like we're not going to make our final tool in this episode. But my goal is that I'm going to do a little bit of research on each of these alloys. And for the next episode, we're going to make the ultimate weapon to be able to go into the Twilight Forest and just kill some mobs. So let's just get that last one out. And we're going to put all of this in. So that should be the next alloy. We're going to continue looking at the seeds. And then Electrum. Can Electrum be made in this? Like, I know it can be made with, yeah, so no. So see, Electrum is something we're going to make when we unlock the induction smelter, but that's going to be like in 2 or 3 episodes. It's not something that I need right now. Same thing for Invar. Refined obsidian is mechanism. Cobalt, we need to find cobalt. That I don't know how we're going to do. Osmium, I think we already found. Do I not have osmium? I'm sure I have osmium somewhere. Tin, lead, tin, gold, uranium, zinc, platinum, lead, copper. So osmium, I'm pretty sure, is somewhere in the forest. So I'm going to have to go, not in the forest, like by mining. So we're going to have to find it later. And let me just check something quickly and get back to you. I'm just checking something. Yeah, it's something that we're going to have to mine. Okay, so we're going to have to go and mine it a bit later. What other seeds can I make? Refined, Ant seed, not yet. Experience seed, not yet. Blaze seed, not yet. Oh, I say not yet, but no. Okay, it's one of the mob. Enderman is a mob, So now if we go to tier 5, Manulin's going to have to wait for Cobalt. Queen Slime, I think we might be able to do. Epatazone, Terrasteel. Terrasteel's later. Wither, nope. Indirium, Draconium, going to have to wait both of those. And the higher tier, no. So I think we might be able to do the Queen Slime. How do we get Queen Slime again? We get Queen Slime by alloying magma. It says magma from Slime Ball, so no, we can't do that right now. Molten Gold and Cobalt. We don't have Cobalt, so forget it. So the last one we might be able to make is Epatazone. What is Epatazone? Epatazone is quartz, Cobalt. So Cobalt. So no, we've produced everything that we're going to be able to make seed from. So in my time lapse, I'm going to be making. I got Invar. Well, I did. I guess I'm also going to get my Invar seed. So we cannot make the Electrum, but we can make the Invar. That's kind of surprising. So I'm going to have to finish my Constantin in my time lapse, and I'm going to have to finish my Invar, also in my time lapse, because I'm going to have to research a little bit how I got that. But basically, the reason I want to keep this episode a bit shorter today is that making seeds with you guys is not the most exciting thing. It's super easy, and I'm out of essence. So I want to be able to make a way longer time lapse. So in my way longer time lapse, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a lot more power pot, because I'm going to make sure that every single one of my seed is being produced at least 2 power pot. But for that, I'm going to need a lot of essence, and I'm going to need a lot of power pot, and I'm probably going to have to add a second reactor. That's all going to be time-lapse stuff. And then I'm going to make all of these seeds that we worked on, and I'm going to do my research so that next episode, we're going to improve all of our tools, and we're going to get a cleaver. I'm going to do a little bit of research on how to make the best cleaver, because then we're going to go to Twilight Forest, and we're going to get that leech trophy. So guys, like I said, going to make a longer time lapse so that I can support everything that I want to do. Sorry if it's a bit of a shorter episode in episode content, but there's just so much stuff that's repeat, copy, and paste that you guys don't need to see. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.
nothing changes.
Life. Life.